Let's discuss the different types of sonnets in English literature. Sonnets are 14-line lyric poems, which means they are highly emotional. They're written in iambic pentameter. Each type differs in structure. Each is named after the poet who created the specific form, and each is easily identified by the structure and rhyme scheme. There are three main sonnet types in English literature: Shakespearean sonnets, Spenserian sonnets, and Petrarchan sonnets. William Shakespeare was a famous playwright from the English Renaissance. He wrote 154 sonnets total and published them at the height of his career in 1609. His sonnets are written to a young man who the speaker seems to love and a mysterious dark lady. The Shakespearean sonnet is also known as the English sonnet. It has a specific structure, rhyme scheme, and appears written in iambic pentameter. The three quatrains express related ideas or a story, and the couplet or volta sums up the poet's conclusion or message. Francis Petrarch was a famous poet during the Italian Renaissance. He was a Latin scholar and wrote most of his poems in Latin. Sir Thomas Wyatt, a poet from the English Renaissance, was the first poet to translate Petrarch's sonnets into English and later wrote his own sonnets in the Petrarchan style. The Petrarchan sonnet is also known as the Italian sonnet. It also has a certain structure and rhyme scheme, and also appears in iambic pentameter. The octave presents a problem, poses a question, or expresses an idea, and the sestet resolves or answers the question. Edmund Spenser is another famous poet during the English Renaissance. He is known for his epic allegory, The Faerie Queene, that praises Queen Elizabeth and tells stories of knights and virtues. He is recognized as one of the greatest English poets who crafted his own version of the Shakespearean sonnet and called it the Spenserian sonnet. The Spenserian sonnet is very similar to the Shakespearean sonnet in terms of structure, but it does have its own rhyme scheme. The three quatrains develop three distinct but closely related ideas with a commentary in the couplet. Now, let's review. Sonnets are 14-line lyric poems that are written in iambic pentameter. Each type differs in structure because they are named after the poet who created the specific form. However, they are easily identified by their structure and rhyme scheme. Now you know all about sonnets.
Created using Powtoon.